Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Govberg, and thanks for logging on. Today we are looking at one of the latter-day legends. This is the Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Geographique, one of 500 made in rose gold in the grand taille case size. You can see this limited edition Reverso GMT on our website, govbergwatches.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you enjoy these videos, please download our app, Govberg On Time, for the latest news, views, reviews, and multimedia of luxury watches. Now, on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, this is the classic 1991 to present grand taille case, originally designed in 91 for the 60th anniversary Reverso. It was used on all 6 of the limited edition rose gold complicated Reversos of the 90s. This was the penultimate edition in that series, the GMT/Geographique, released in 1998. And in terms of size, it's quite tidy, 42.5 millimeters from extremity to extremity. That's the lug-to-lug measurement. It's 26 millimeters across the broad of the case, not including the GMT pusher and the crown, and it's only 9.5 millimeters thick. So with a curved case flank, this one is the quintessential dress watch, easily sliding under any sleeve, no matter how tight. Now, it has good heft to it, as the entire case is gold, and then, of course, as a Reverso, it features the undercarriage chassis, also rendered from gold, and a modernized double deployant rose gold strap. Now, in 1998, this watch would have shipped with a single fold deployant clasp, actually the second generation deployant clasp from Jaeger-LeCoultre. This is the third generation, and it's a double deployant. This watch shipped later than the others, so it's equipped with the more modern clasp. 18 karat rose gold, just as substantial as its forebear. This one's just a little bit engineered to avoid pinching skin or coming down hard and uncomfortably on a smaller wrist. It's nice because from an ergonomic standpoint, it suits a smaller wrist, and so does the grand taille case size, so it's a good complement to the Geographique in the 42mm case. Now, in terms of heft on the wrist, it's impressive. You know you're wearing a precious metal watch. Unfortunately, you get that precious metal pull and heft without an oversized case. Now, you do get something truly special here, because the 6 500-piece limited editions, the rose gold Reversos of the 90s, were effectively a test bed whereby Jaeger-LeCoultre watchmakers relearned complications in the modern era after the nadir of the quartz crisis. So this watch was part of the recovery of complicated watchmaking at the manufacturer in the modern era. Now, you can see the dial itself is classical Art Deco Reverso. You see the Arabic numerals, you see the broadsword blued hands, you see abundant rose-lathe guilloche, but at 12 o'clock you see a night-day indicator that's an AM/PM indicator for the local time at center. That's your clue that something complicated is going on beneath the surface. And indeed, the caliber 858 Geographique transposes a modern JLC signature complication, usually associated with the masters and the master compressors, into the Reverso case. Now, there are a couple of different ways to change the time here. You can see the crown, which changes the time on both sides in sync. There's a pusher corrector that will actually move the hands at center independent of the reference cities, and if you want to do the math to adjust to your local city or airport or time zone without actually doing the math, you see I have it set to New York City, and you can see we're in the GMT minus realm, not the GMT plus, GMT minus 5 right now. I being in Miami, so New York City is my reference city, but I can change my reference city, and the watch does the math for me. And it's that easy. So effectively, I have a GMT with day-night indicator on both sides, and the ability to change my reference city simply to correct the time on the reference side without actually having to correct the time on the reference side. You'll also notice that fully loomed broadsword hands are used on the reference time side, so you can view it at night. You'll also note the elaborate rose-lathe guilloche work that's done on the reverse side. Both sides are beautifully turned on a rose lathe. You'll also notice that the Arabic numerals along the hour track of the reference time are a beautiful floral style, and they are hand-painted lacquer, so there's a great deal of very traditional hand craftsmanship here, not just in the guiding of the rose lathe or the assembly of the movement, but in the actual creation of the dials themselves. This is a beautiful and rare watch. It ticks away at a stately 21,600 vibrations per hour, and the caliber 858 has what is more or less par for the category, a 45-hour power reserve. But significantly, and this is so important on a manual winding watch, it's a pleasure to wind. It has a smooth feel with just enough detent resistance, and you can hear that ratchet wheel. So the process of winding is also the pleasure of winding with this watch. This is a historically important watch. If you love Jaeger-LeCoultre, you know that the Reverso is the company icon, but among the innumerable versions of this watch built over the years, there are a few that rise up from among that worthy mass. Truly memorable milestone watches. All 6 of the rose gold complicated Reversos certainly fall into that category, but whereas the Minute Repeater and the Tourbillon and the original 60e are perhaps more romantic, this is a very practical traveler's complication. Whether you're a traveler yourself or you merely have friends and business associates in far-flung places, the Reverso Geographique is the ideal companion for your wrist. You can see it and you can buy it on our website, govbergwatches.com.